Hi everyone, welcome back to another match review here on Play on GAA. Today myself, Shay Brady, I'm going to be giving a match review of the Armagh versus Monaghan game, which happened at the Athletic Grounds, and it finished Armagh-1-7, Monaghan 10 points. A draw, a second draw for Monaghan. They are still without a victory in the Allianz League, and for Armagh, their winning run comes to an end. For me personally, looking at it coldly, in the game, I think Armagh kind of bought the hype a little bit from the first two games, and they took their eye off the ball a little bit this one. And Monaghan kind of reminded the country how good they are. Monaghan made a really fast start. Micheál Bannigan hit an absolute gorgeous point to make it 3-1. And then Shane Carey's point made it 6-2. And just like that, that was straight off an Armagh kick out. Just like that, Monaghan really kind of burst the Armagh hype bubble. Like, they look fantastic. And the hunger as well in Monaghan was so clear in that first half. Darren Hughes hit a fantastic turnover. He ran the length of the pitch and set up a brilliant point for Conor McManus. And that made it 8-3 in favour of Monaghan going into the half-time with a comfortable lead. And obviously at that stage, it's crunch time for Armagh, and they used their bench to their absolute brilliance. Rian O'Neill had to go off early enough. He came back on, but Conor Turbritt came back on. We'll get on to how important he was. Stefan Campbell came on. He kicked a brilliant point in the second half. And Oisín O'Neill finally made his return to the side, and he set up the goal for the other sub, Conor Turbritt. Conor Turbritt's goal came at a crucial stage. Monaghan had been on the back foot here because Conor McManus had been sent off. Now, it's unclear what exactly happened. You can see Aidan Forker kind of swing an arm back, but it's unclear what exactly McManus did. It looked to me a little bit like Forker made a meal out of it, but McManus bit back and he goes. And then just like that, Rian O'Neill comes back on, and the next attack, Armagh are awarded a penalty when Rory Grugan is brought down by Desi Ward. Unbelievably, the penalty from Rian O'Neill hits the crossbar, comes down onto the goal line. It's hard to tell if it even went over the line. A lot of people are saying that it did. Beggan unbelievably gets a hand up and paws it away. Monaghan looked like they might hang on, but then again, a few minutes later, the pressure on them is just absolutely unbelievable. Oisín O'Neill gets his hands on a turned over ball, squares it across to Conor Turbritt, and it's in the back of the net. And just like that, it's 9 points to Monaghan, 1-4 to Armagh. They are closing the gap rapidly, quickly. Back-to-back points then from Armagh. The second one coming from Oisín O'Neill, a brilliant score from him. And just like that, 1-6 to Armagh, 9 points to Monaghan, and they are level. 61st minute comes round then, and Tiernan Kelly with his left boot kicks an absolute corker of a point, 1-7 to 9 points. Armagh into the driving seat for the first time in such a long time in that game since the opening stages. And then Jack McCarron earns a free. You could tell he was wanting to buy that free. He gets it. Unbelievably bad discipline, in my opinion, from the Armagh defence, because McCarron is clearly begging for a push on the back, begging for an arm across him to sweep him to the ground. He's waiting for it. They do it. He gets the free. He puts it over the bar. He played for the foul. He won it. He plays for the free. He gets the point. Armagh-1-7, Monaghan 10 points. Monaghan only hit 1 point in 30 minutes after Conor McManus's red card. You have to respect how they dug in and held on for a draw, but they'd be very disappointed again that they didn't get the victory. They have given up leads now in games. They could have won the Tyrone game. They were in the driving seat in the last quarter. They didn't. And then in this game as well, they had a huge lead and they let it slip. Now, I know the red card to McManus is an absolutely unbelievable blow to lose a player that good. He would have been a clutch player in the last few minutes as well. But they'll be disappointed that they didn't get this victory. But again, they showed that they can mix it with the top teams. Armagh, and be disappointed that they didn't get the victory. Armagh's absolute hype in the county is real. Sold out Athletic Grounds in Armagh for this game. Monaghan kicked 16 wides in this game. So, that's my stance on why this game is so disappointing for them that they didn't get the victory. They, in my opinion, were the better team if you're taking the whole game into consideration. But Armagh managed to peg them back for a draw and could have won the game if they didn't foul Jack McCarron right there at the end. So I think both sides will have to settle for a draw, but both sides, rightfully so in their own ways, are thinking that they should have won that game. Armagh probably should have won it because they shouldn't have fouled Jack McCarron right at the end. But Monaghan should have won it because they shouldn't have let such a lead like that slip, and they should have been more accurate rather than hitting 16 wides. But both these sides will be relatively content with the performance, relatively content with how they're moving going into championship. Both sides look in a good place, to be honest. Monaghan, they're questionably lingering towards the drop. I mean, they will need to pick up victories over the likes of Kildare and maybe Dublin. But either way, it'll be very interesting to see how it all plays out. Guys, that is my reaction to Armagh versus Monaghan in the Alliance Football League Division 1. It finished Armagh 1-7, Monaghan 10 points. The spoils are shared. Don't forget to catch all the match reviews here on Play on GAA and keep an eye out for all the content across the channel. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. And until next one, guys, take care.